Welcome to December, welcome to the holiday season, welcome to winter in general. Everything is slowing down. How's it go, guys? My name is Christopher. I am the owner of Halcyon Real Estate. We are affiliated with the Keller Williams Market Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today is the 1st of December, 2025, and this is the Numbers in the Nuance, where you come weekly in order to know exactly what's happening in Utah's housing market, because you'll make better real estate decisions with the best data, and that's what I'm providing here. As always, I'll jump into my nuanced opinion of what our market looks like and why, and then I'll back up everything that I say by reporting to you the numbers that I'm pulling right off the MLS. I chart those numbers across time and show you the charts across the previous 2 quarters to present so that you get an idea of what the trend is looking like right now for multiple variables of our market. Let's check it out. So the story of Utah's real estate right now is basically, welcome to December, welcome to the holiday season, welcome to winter in general. Everything is slowing down, and that will reflect in the numbers that we see this week. There's nothing out of the expected happening in our market right now. There's nothing alarming really, other than the fact that most of our housing prices exist at a bracket kind of above where most of us in Utah are making money. That's old news though. And as I've been saying for some time, considering where our market has been in the last 5, 6, 7 years, where we are right now is going in the right direction. Although I would like to see a little bit more downward pressure on Utah's average list and median list and sold prices. What would accomplish that? 2 things. Our housing supply continuing to trend up. Right now you'll see it's trending down. That's just normal for the season. It tends to have this sine wave of going up and then not as far down as it was, and then up and then not as far down as it was, and then continuing up. It's done that for the last several years, ever since interest rates started coming up in 2022. And the other thing that would help manage our prices would be for interest rates to not come down too quickly, or frankly, not come down at all from where they are right now. I know buyers don't love to hear that, but if we want to have the pressure on home prices stay down, then having interest rates plummet or come down much further than where they are right now would be encouraging to more buyers to come on the market, buy the homes that they want. This is a good thing. But if it comes when we're still wanting that downward pressure on price, having a bunch of active buyers on the market turns it a little more in the seller's favor. Anyway, I don't control either our housing supply or our demand by virtue of interest rates. I'm just here to report the numbers. Let's check them out. So here's where things are in the Utah housing market as of today, 12/1/2025. Our current inventory stands at 12,330. That's down from last week, clearly trending down. As I said, welcome to the housing market during the holidays and winter in general. This is the theme throughout this week's number. You'll see it continued. Last week's average days on market came to 69. That's down a bit from the previous week, but we are clearly trending up as we expect. Last week's average list price came to $759,774. That's down from last week a bit, trending moderately up. Importantly, last week's average sold price came to $741,472. So that's down dramatically from where it was last week and kind of more where it belongs. And that means that when we compare average list price last week to average sold price last week, what we get is a difference of $18,302 in the buyer's favor. So this chart looks normal again on this week's data point. Just remember, the spikes you see on this chart don't show us that average priced homes are sometimes going for millions of dollars over list price. Those spikes just show us that on those weeks, there were many more luxury homes over $2 million, $3 million, $4 million that were sold, and it skews the average sold price for that given week. Last week's median sold price, importantly, came to $509,990. So that's closer to $500,000 than it's been for quite some time, actually. So last week, median sold price came down, and we like to see that. Last week, the number of homes sold came to 387. That's down sharply from the previous week and really from the range it's been in. And this is clearly trending down. The number of homes we have currently under contract comes to 4,762. That's basically where we were last week, down by like 5. And this is also trending down overall. Last week, the number of price reductions that happened on homes on the market came to 651, and that's down quite dramatically from the previous week. This is trending down as we have fewer homes on the market, and home sellers are getting a bit stubborn about their asking prices through the winter. understandably so. The prior week's number of listing contracts that were either canceled, expired, or withdrawn came to 655. That's up this week, it being the first report after the end of the previous month. This is trending mildly up. And lastly, interest rates for a 30-year fixed rate conventional loan right now stand at about 6.31% as a national average. That's down just a touch from where we reported last Monday, although it was down more so through the middle/end of last week before hopping back up to just under what it was last Monday. And that is it for this week, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about any of that info or how or why I present it, hit me in the comments. I'll be happy to respond as always. And as always, if you or anybody you know is looking to move here in Utah, buy or sell a home, especially in Utah County, Salt Lake County, or Davis County, hopefully it's clear that I have a deep understanding of what our market looks like. I know the trends, I know where it's moving, I know what to expect, and I'd like to walk you through that as you're buying or selling your next home. Always feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is in always feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is in the video description below. I'm gonna be happy to hear from you. And of course, last but not least, as always, if this is the kind of info that you wanna stay up to date on, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up on it with me from week to week, especially if you are going into either buying or selling a home in the next 3 months, 6 months. Let's stay on top of it together. Thanks for watching this week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.